camera. And you're going through doors a lot of the time in this run. So since I will be going through many doors, when I go through a door, I need to know exactly where to turn, and that's why I can't talk that much. Because if I attempt to talk while I need to think of where I need to turn, I'll forget where I need to turn, and I'll just confuse myself. So I'll try my best to explain what I'm doing, but for most of the run, I'm probably going to be quiet. Most of it. So the basic premise of this game is you play as Bruce McGivern, and he's sent to stop a person named Morpheus who wants to who's released the T virus onto this boat. I'm not 100% familiar with the story. I played this game when I was a kid and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of quick turning. And I'm going to be attempting to not get grabbed. You can dodge grabs in this game by holding the holding the interact button allows you to like duck under people's attacks. But even dodging the attacks is still slow. Also, I should point out I'm playing on the Japanese version of the game, which is called Biohazard Gun Survivor 4 Heroes Never Die. It's a different name to Resident Evil Dead Aim, but it's the same game. The Japanese version I don't think is actually faster. I think it's the same as the NTSC version or the US version. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same, but I just prefer running the Japanese version. Make my stuff look cool. Also, I've noticed that on the stream, the game, like the video, the layout's in 4:3, but I have the game in 16:9. Like the layout on the stream is in 4:3. I don't know if you've squished it or not. Yeah. I mean, you can play the game in 4:3, but I've got used to using 16:9. So right there, you saw me dodge that enemy's attack. I kind of ducked under his grab. And it's basically a lot. It's pretty much you have to go to a certain area, get a certain thing like a key card or a key to open a door. Right, I'm going to duck these attacks again. You can actually go around them, but it's risky. Because they can grab you. So I'd rather just duck under the attack, because if you dodge an attack, you can't get grabbed for like a few seconds, which is good. Yeah, we're basically just getting key cards. We had to unlock the doors with this to go below. No, to get the key card from above to then unlock the doors below. So I won't be shooting any guns until the first boss. But the way this game works is it's technically a gun survivor game, but most of the gun survivor games are in first person, as you can see this in the third person. But the difference with this game is the aiming is in first person. So when you see me go to aim, I will be in first person and I'll have a little crosshair that I have to aim at the enemies. Now, I am using a controller. I'm not using a gun com. Gun com is relatively slow for this run. I mean, you probably could optimize it, but I haven't. I mean, I've never ran the game with a gun com, but I feel like it's more optimal to use a controller, especially if you're good at it. So we went to get a key there, and that's to unlock a gate coming up. Right, I'm going to walk through some more enemies again, right in the middle, and dodge their attack. Dodging the attack is just a tiny bit faster than actually getting grabbed. There is one enemy in this game, which comes up later on in the section, which is you can't dodge their attacks. You can't get away from it, and their attacks are random, and it can cost you time. And in a game where it's basically all movement and boss fights, losing time like that is pretty annoying. But there is one huge RNG section in this run, which I'll mention when I get there. This is glitchless, dude. There's no glitches in this game. Well, there is one trick later on, but that's to like manipulate an AI, a boss's AI, towards the end of the run. But that's not really a glitch. That's literally the only thing. So this is Fengling. You didn't really get introduced to her because I skipped the cutscene, but she's a Chinese intelligence agent who is on the ship as well as Bruce. I think they have the same objective. But yeah, during this game you play as both Fengling and Bruce. So we're coming up to the first boss fight. There's about 5 or 6 bosses in this game, and this is the first one. This is probably the one that can lose you the most time because it sometimes is weird. But I want to. There'll be 2 of these hunters, and I need to kill them both with 2 shots, 2 shots each, optimally. I use the first shot to knock them back as they charge, and then the second shot to kill them. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to switch to the shotgun, which is what I'll be using for most of the boss fights until the end of the game. I'm going to knock him back. Then a headshot, he dead. Knock this guy back. Headshot, he dead. Good. And that's the first boss done. As you can see, the aiming, I was in the first person. And there's like a little red crosshair that you use to aim. Also, I should point out that the runs for this game are timed via the in-game timer. Obviously, for a marathon, I still have to put an RTA estimate, but for world records and stuff, it uses the in-game time at the end of the run. And literally right before I started this marathon, before I did this run, I did one run just to do a run, and I ended up beating my world record by like 8 seconds. And I wasn't recording. So if you're wondering, my fastest time is 22 minutes and 33 seconds in game time. But as I said, I wasn't recording. So yeah, my world record on the leaderboard is 22:38. It's not on the leaderboard yet, but the one on the leaderboard is 22:41. My goal for this game is like a 22:1 something or a 22:2 something. Because there is a lot of factors in this run that can lose you a lot of time, which I'll mention when I get to them. It's one of the reasons why it's kind of hard to get a perfect run. So right here, we're going to meet this chick. But it's not actually a chick. It's Morpheus. Morpheus was a dude, and he injected himself with the T-virus, and now he's become a woman. I don't know why. I really don't get it, but that's the game. So here is the most RNG section in this game. Oh, open the door. So there is 8 crates in this room. One of them has a key card. I need that key card. And it's in any of these